Former President Donald Trump making some big claims about NATO on the campaign trail today, saying that he would not defend allied countries who aren't paying enough for protection. Alina Shirazi is in Washington for us this evening with how White House officials are responding tonight. Alina.
Well, Natasha, former President Donald Trump on Saturday at a rally in South Carolina essentially saying that Russia can do whatever the hell they want. That's a direct quote to NATO countries that don't pay their dues. Listen here.
One of the presidents of a big country stood up and said, well, sir, if we don't pay and we're attacked by Russia, will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? He said, yes, let's say that happened. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. You got to pay.
And the Biden campaign responding to the comments today saying, quote, if my opponent, Donald Trump, is able to regain power, he's making it clear as day that he will abandon our NATO allies if Russia attacks and allow Russia to do whatever the hell they want with them. And the White House adding in a separate statement, quote, encouraging invasions of our closest allies by murderous regimes is appalling and unhinged, and it endangers American national security, global stability, and our economy at home. And Natasha, the latest NATO data shows that we researched only 10 countries reached their defense spending goals in 2021. That means roughly 2/3 of NATO allies failed to meet that quota. Natasha.
Okay, we appreciate that context. And meanwhile, Alina, we know Israel's prime minister spoke today for the first time since Biden called the response in Gaza, quote, over the top. What is Netanyahu saying today?
Well, Natasha, Netanyahu and Biden actually spoke today earlier discussing negotiations at length. While Netanyahu says that they feel victory within reach, the administration is still questioning the cost of that. Today, the White House saying that President Biden spoke with Israel's prime minister, Biden doubling down on his previous comments that the Rafah strike is not warranted, saying, quote, in a statement, a military operation in Rafah should not proceed without a credible and executable plan for ensuring the safety of and support for the more than 1 million people sheltering there. And we know Netanyahu is saying he believes Israel is doing the right thing, adding that they're working on a plan to evacuate the city. The prime minister is also saying he thinks enough hostages are alive in Gaza to warrant the kinds of efforts Israel is making to secure their release. Listen here.
I appreciate President Biden's support for Israel since the beginning of the war. I don't know exactly what he meant by that, but put yourself in Israel's shoes. We were attacked, unprovoked attack, murderous attack on October 7th, the worst attack on Jewish people since the Holocaust. And let me tell you, I think we've responded in a way that goes after the terrorists and tries to minimize the civilian population in which the terrorists embed themselves and use them as human shield.
And looking ahead, the CIA Director William Burns is actually traveling to Cairo on Tuesday for further hostage talks. And meanwhile, here at home, Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is back in the hospital this evening. Pentagon officials are saying the secretary was taken to Walter Reed once again this afternoon with symptoms of an emergent bladder issue. Natasha?
Okay, Alina Shirazi in Washington monitoring all of that for us this evening. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.